How often have you heard the word Emmanuel? This word comes up a lot during this time of year, the season of Advent and Christmas. And I want to spend just a few moments telling you why I think it's so significant theologically and why this word is so powerful. So Emmanuel shows up just a couple of times in Scripture. It shows up first in the prophet Isaiah, chapter 7, and then Matthew picks it up, and he literally quotes that same exact passage in his gospel in relation to Mary giving birth to Jesus. So Isaiah chapter 7, verse 14 says this, "Therefore, the Lord himself will give you a sign. Look, the young woman is with child and shall bear a son, and shall name him Emmanuel." Emmanuel, it is a Hebrew word that literally means God with us. So there are two parties here. There is God, there's us, and then connecting these two is this preposition with. It's amazing the impact that a single preposition can have on our relationship with God. Think about it. How many of us view God or relate to God as God above us? The authoritarian God, watching us, judging us, maybe imposing upon us unattainable standards, and constantly reminding us that we are not good enough. God above us. Or how many of us view God or relate to God as God beneath us? The impotent or insignificant God. God's not really relevant to me. So many in our world see God as God beneath us. For many, even the idea of God within us can be a scary one, especially when you feel like you need something bigger than you, something beyond you to help you get through whatever it is that you need to get through. Sometimes it's so scary to think about that God is within me when you can't find the strength within yourself to get through something. On the flip side, too many in our world only view God or relate to God as God beyond us, the unreachable, perhaps uncaring God who's too aloof or too distant to be relevant to our messy existence. We don't need an autocrat God or an impotent God. We don't need a limited God or a distant God. What we need is a God who understands us. That's what we need. What we need is a God to whom we can relate and a God who can relate to us, a God who is willing to experience our mess and what it's like to be human, to struggle with our limitations, to understand suffering and fear and loneliness and grief. What we need is a God who is in it with us so that God's love can be relevant. What we need is Emmanuel. So where is it in your life today that you need to hear this message that God is with you? There's so many in our world right now who are struggling to experience a God who is with them because of these notions, these frameworks of God being so distant or beyond us or beneath us. But this is the message that Advent brings to us. It's a corrective message. That the God that we look to, the God that we worship, cares enough and understands what we need enough to come alongside of us with the right preposition, the right type of relationship, the right type of connection. And that is God who is in it with us, Emmanuel. I hope this message encourages you today. I hope that you don't just hear it and go, oh, that's a nice message, but to actually take it to heart and think about the ways in which you might really need to experience that type of connection, that type of closeness and relationship. A God who really understands where you are right now, understands your humanity and loves you that way. God bless you, St. John's. Blessing to you as we begin this beautiful season of Advent. I pray it is extra special this year.